Hi guys, my name is Matea Sweeting. Let me put my hair up. This is a video about me, how I got started in modeling, a little bit about my life, and what I'm doing now, I guess. I'm from Orlando, and I moved down south to go to college. I'm currently a senior right now, and I'm almost out of there. I was always in sports. I started off in gymnastics at a very young age, and from there, I've always been active. So in middle school, I was running track since then. I did a little bit of basketball, I did volleyball. In high school, I did volleyball all 4 years, and I ran track all 4 years. The girl was a sprinter. I hold the 100-meter record at the school still. I think I still hold it, So in college, I was like, okay, we're not doing any sports in college, so we have to maintain my body and my muscle. Yeah, you see these guns, boy? So I am mixed, black and white. My mom's from Idaho and my dad is from the Bahamas. I'm 21. I came to college. I lived in the dorms for 2 years. My goal was always to be a model. I wanted to be a model since I could really remember. I knew I wanted to be an actress. I wanted to be in movies. Early high school, I think I was really introduced to the Victoria's Secret fashion show. I think my freshman year, I actually watched it, and I saw it, and I was like, yes, that's exactly what I want to do, right? So as I'm looking all about it, I'm researching all that I can. You know, I learn about runway models, or you know how runway models needed to be tall and very thin, and I was not that. I'm still not that. So at first I was like, oh, okay, well, why can't other girls, why can't shorter girls walk in a runway? Why can't they, do that same thing? I just don't understand. So I realized that it was going to be a journey, one hell of a journey. In high school, I did a shoot with my family for Disney, and that was, I think, the first time that I did a commercial shoot, and I loved it. Everything about it, I loved it. And it was at Disney. That's super fun. So I came off to college. My freshman year was when I got my Instagram. So my parents did not let me have social media my entire life. I got in trouble for sneaking Twitter. So 2017, I was like, all right, I'm making an Instagram. And for that year, I was just posting, model, the modeling posts. I could express what I wanted to create, I guess. For the first 2 years, I was growing it. I remember when I hit 1,000 followers, I was like, yes, that was the goal, 1,000. You know, it's crazy to see how much it's grown since then, or how much I've grown. So my sophomore year, this one guy, he found me, turned out to be one of a good friends of mine, and he was scouting for a fashion show. It was a small fashion show. It was like a small little city fashion show. He went to the school, so he approached me from Instagram. He was like, hey, do you want to do this? And I was like, heck yeah. So that was my first runway experience. It was, I think we did 2 runways for that one event, and I loved it. That was it. And I knew that was when I was really going to pursue that. So from then on, he and I were buddies. And you know, there's always people that come into your life that teach you new things. For example, he taught me how to, just a confidence when you deal with people, how to, in a good, healthy way, get what you want. When you're out, how to get opportunities, go out for opportunities. And you know, he was grinding just as I was, so it was a fun experience later on. So throughout that spring, because that was in January, throughout that spring we were doing everything. We were extras on the set of this Christmas Netflix show, which I don't know if that's out yet. If it is, I'll find it. It was Christmas Santa something. We're extras, we were sitting there, and I was like, wow, this is a movie set. we're walking down the hallway, and we're sitting in the bleachers cheering. We're just okay, like they're like okay, 3, 2, 1, cheer, and we're cheering like over and over and over again. And I was like, this is it. This is what they do. I love it. And watching the actors and all of the cameras do what they did, I was like, ooh. Then next, there's a raccoon. Look. I don't know if you can see him. Yeah, so we're just gonna hope he stays over there. I'm really hoping he stays over there because I don't. Alright, well, anyways, he was like a mentor to me. And I feel like those kind of people that take on that role when they come into your life is just everything. That April, we were on the set of Bad Boys 3. He knew a talent agent, and she was trying to book for Bad Boys 3. And I was working at Publix at the time. And at that point, I'd worked at Publix for 3 years. So Mama was itching. I was itching to get out of there. It just wasn't where I wanted to be at all. But they were doing tuition reimbursement, so I kind of felt stuck. You know, I had to be there. That would be beneficial, but it ended up being much more difficult to get than I thought. Anyways, so I was like, all right. So I submitted for it, got it, and we were on set of Bad Boys 3. I did not see Will Smith or Martin Lawrence, but one of our scenes was in the Miami Mall. Gosh, I can't even think of the name. I forgot what it was called, but we were being shoppers, and they had the Porsche inside of the mall, and it was driving around, skirting out, and we'd just be like, okay, action, and we'd walk and go back to where we were and then walk. That was fun. And then the next scene I was in was on the corner of one of the streets in Miami, and it had the Porsche like skirting on the corner, drifting around the corner, and they had the camera on the front of the car, and it was at an angle that you could see me. So I was just hoping that there was a slim, tiny little glimpse of me there. And finally it was the beach scene. So there was a scene where the Porsche zoomed onto the beach and just took off down, and me and some girls, we were on jet skis, and that's when obviously I met the best girls ever, and we're still friends to this day. But it was such a fun experience because you were out there all day. You're getting paid like $125, something like that, to just hang out on jet skis with awesome people, eat, and gosh, and there was another scene that I wanted to be in that had Will Smith and Martin Lawrence there, but you can only do like 2 scenes, I think, something like that. And so when the movie came out, we were all freaking out. We're like, oh my gosh, are we gonna see ourselves? And when we watched it, we didn't see anything. We were not even in it, but it's okay, it's fine. But man, it was so exciting. I was nervous watching. I was just hoping like a tiny little dink. Oh, I would have pointed that out and made sure everyone knew. So yeah, so that was then. And then coming around, there might have been little small gigs that I did here and there. I can't remember exactly, but I knew my big goal was Miami Swim Week, and that was going to happen in July. So I was doing my research, doing everything that I can, just practicing my walk, which I was always practicing my walk all through high school. I was, and you dress up like a Victoria's Secret angel. And yeah, so I thought my walk was pretty darn good. July comes, at this time, I was put into a group chat of other models, and this one guy, and I'm still in the group, and they would send all the castings that were happening. That was clutch, because you know what, all the castings are posted on social media. So I would go through, find all the castings for Miami Swim Week, and it was a week before Swim Week. So it was packed in, and I lived about 45 minutes to an hour away from Miami. When I tell you, and I was still working at Publix, I went to maybe about 7 castings. I spent a lot of money on gas that week. So whenever I could, I would go. There was a few times that I would go on my break from Publix. I talked to my manager, and I was like, hey, listen, this is what's going on. And he was cool about it. He let me go, and I came back and finished the the rest of my shift. So it was just a lot. And at that time, and during summer, I moved into my first apartment, which was new. You know, that not only school, but I knew I didn't want to live on campus again. So last minute, it was kind of stressful, but last minute found a temporary apartment to stay in for the summer. And I knew my roommates who I were going to live with, we were going to move in August. So I needed to find a place to stay that summer. I wasn't going to go home because I needed to be in the area for modeling. So found a place, working at Publix, paying rent for the first time, when I was going crazy to Miami for these castings, and I got one. It was with the Misurage collection. This is I'm actually wearing the suit. Crazy. So it was at the Supercar Rooms. She was like, hey, I chose you. I screamed when I found out. So fast forward, swim week comes. We're there during the day, and I'm meeting all the girls there. I think, who did I already know? I think I might have known one girl. I don't think I knew many. We go meet all the girls. We're just chilling, having a good time. It was super hot that day. We all get into the swim, and about 6 o'clock is when it started. And I met Camila Kendra there. She walked in too, and she was super sweet, gorgeous. I love her so much. So we walked that evening, and gosh, it's just such a rush. Runway is such, when you're about to walk, it's just adrenaline. It's so fun. I guess a few of the models that I really looked up to, or who I really, I guess, kind of mimicked, not, or found inspiration from, obviously Naomi Campbell, Candace Swanepoel, Lace, she was an angel. I think that was about it. Those were the three that I really liked. When you're about to go up, you just think, what would they do? You turn into your Sasha Fierce when you're on the runway. That evening I met Tyson Beckford. He was there, and he put me on a story, all the girls on his story. That was super cool. Yeah, I guess so. Then it was the start of my junior year of college. So this last autumn, let me think. We moved into the apartment, and during that time too, in July, we were searching for apartments. Whew. When you're actually put into the situation, you learn real quick on what you need to know. Finally, we find an apartment. When I first walked into that apartment, I looked at Casey and I was like, dog, this is it. This is the one. You just know. So me and my two roommates, my best friends, we move in, right? Two of us were already working at Publix. First week into us moving into our brand new apartment, Casey, he goes off to work. And mind you, this is in the midst of all of this crap happening, and he calls me like 30 minutes after he left, and I'm thinking, he's like, Matea, I just got fired. I was like, oh crap. In the situation, if he got fired, I was gonna get fired. And there was like 15 people that got fired. And it wasn't our fault. We didn't know anything. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I call my mom, I'm like, Mom, this is what's gonna happen. And she's like, okay, I gotta find another job. We're brainstorming, and she's like, okay, what about LA Fitness? And I was like, okay, sweet. So August, literally the day that I think I found out that he got fired, I went and got a job at LA Fitness the same day. That was a huge blessing because your girl was stressed. From that moment on, I think July, August, September, I'm working at LA Fitness. Yeah, it wasn't too long of a thing. And I think in the middle of this is when Sniper Gang reached out during this time, and they're like, hey, do you want to shoot with us? I was like, heck yeah. Heck yeah. Started shooting with them, and in September I switched jobs again into a marketing agency since my major is marketing, so it worked great. I started off as a content writer, so it was very interesting. You learn about a lot of stuff when you're writing like that. Very peaceful, you're just writing blogs. I really hit up photographers. I was like, hey, do you want to collab? Do you want to do this? Just to get professional photos under my belt. Instagram was slowly going up. I think at this time I might have had 6,000 followers. Yeah, my goal was always 10,000, so we're slowly getting there. I was doing Sniper Gang, modeling for some swim lines. I think I started getting sent free swimwear from designers, and that was super fun. You just get free swimsuits, that's the best. What I'm trying to get at is just how important Instagram was. You know, you put yourself out there, people will find you. You can find opportunities there as well. You just stay consistent, keep posting, get creative. October was when I modeled for the Ido Swim carnival costumes for Miami Carnival. That was a new experience because I knew in Bahamas they have Junkanoo, and I went there a few times when I was young, and I knew about Carnival and, you know, Carnival and Rio and all that fun stuff. So went there, had a blast. It was so much fun. Met great girls. We were just dancing everything away. Now the funny thing is I didn't know that there was a performance at the end. I didn't know. They were making comments about going on stage or something. So I'm thinking, okay, I don't know if that would be us because we didn't come up with any choreography. So that, you know, I was just wondering what kind of performance you're talking about. Sure as crumb. Towards the end, there's this platform, this uphill platform that you go on, and there were judges sitting there. There was an audience, and I was like, oh, this is what you're talking about. In my heart, I was like, oh crap, I didn't, you know, because you kind of want to pre-plan, I guess, what you're gonna do and how you're gonna dance up there. So we were next, boy. We went up that platform. They were playing music on. We were just getting down. We come off. And that was because that was my first carnival experience, I guess. Because you know Caribbean men are aggressive. And that evening I was exhausted. God, it was so much fun. It was me and this other girl, we were partnered, and you know, she was like, let's go dancing around, let's go to dance. And I was just like, I don't know if I can. So we go to this one area, playing soca, and gosh, the men were just so aggressive. And I didn't want to dance on anybody. Number one, I wasn't seeing anybody that I was thinking was cute. So I was like, no, I didn't want to dance. And one dude, I didn't want to dance with him because he wasn't cute. He slapped my butt, and that was it. After that, I looked at him, oh boy. I left. Right after that, I was like, I'm not dealing with this. I left, went home. Yeah, that was about it. And I also forgot to mention music videos. That was one of the first modeling jobs that I did too, was a music video. And I enjoy music videos. I think they're fun, but it's not something that I'm really crazy about, but it's definitely an experience throughout. So after October, November, December, so January happens. What was I doing? Yeah, I'm sorry, my brain is a bit shot. I can't remember. Now it's this last March. Corona is out and quarantine happens. Mind you, at this time I think I had 8,000 followers. March I had 8,000 followers. I see TikTok, and I had like 2 TikToks that I already did, but I wasn't crazy about it. I just thought, you know, it's for little kids, it's for high schoolers. But some of my friends started hopping on it, so I was like, okay. So I started doing TikToks, and maybe about a month in, a good month of doing them, one of them went viral. I think it got 1-point-something million views. So that was the first one. That shot me up to like 20,000 followers. That was in March, April? Might have been around March or April. And I was sick. I was excited, but you know, just that was overnight. That was crazy. And I was just seeing it jump, and I was like, oh boy, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of people, you know, 10,000, 12,000, 14,000. Whoa, I was sick. Past my 10K. Crazy. Then I continued doing TikToks, and then it gets taken down. For some reason, I don't know why it was taken down. It wasn't even that bad. A few months later, when was the second one? I went home in May to visit my fam. Oh, sorry, they're gonna be loud. Okay, they're gone. Gosh, what was I saying? So yeah, so I go home, I think in May, around the May time frame. So they already took that first video down, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna repost it just because, and some people are asking like, where is it? So I repost it, sure as crap, it does better than the first video. that then again shot me up to maybe a good like 20-30,000 on Instagram. And then a week, 2 weeks after that, I posted my Lilo and Stitch, or Lilo and Nani, that TikTok video, and that was, no, that's a lie. Then I did a John B video, that hit like 5 million views. That shot my hoe up even more. And then I did a Lilo and Nani TikTok video, that got 1.2 million views, like 1.2 million likes, 1 million likes, whatever. And that hope. So that was just, and I had anxiety when all that was going down because, you know, it's like now, just be careful. You just, you know, I just get nervous about things, and it's more people watching you. You know, you gotta be careful not posting your address or, you know, where you're living, kind of a thing. That really makes me paranoid. But yeah, so TikTok has been huge since March. It's been everything, and so now in quarantine there's a lot more opportunities, you know, because of your following. I remember back early on, I think I had 6,000 followers. This was, I think, fall, and I knew some girls who were getting invited to Pretty Little Thing and all this fun stuff in that whole pink room, and I really wanted to go back then, and so I DM'd somebody and I asked them like, oh, you need a minimum of like 10,000 followers or something like that. I was like, dog, you kidding me? And I noticed that a lot of people, when it came to modeling, they would ask about your follower count, so obviously it is starting to matter a bit, which back then it was discouraging. Now obviously it's going to open up opportunities the more followers you have. It's extra promotion, so I understand it, but it's discouraging when you don't have 10,000. So, but I feel you. The real test is going to be once quarantine is over, to see what is going to happen and how yeah, it'll just be very interesting. But I'm excited. I'm ready for the opportunities to come. I'm blessed beyond belief. And yeah, I'm gonna do that shit. I'm gonna do it. The key with your dream though, and I always tell my buddies this, we always talk about this, but, and you probably already know, but it's to never stop. If you got a dream, don't stop. That's the biggest thing, is don't quit. You know, there's gonna be good points and there's gonna be, and me and my mom had a lot of conversations about that, because times I would just get really discouraged, just like, gosh, you know, in my mind, time is faster in my mind, if that makes sense. So I could go and do something great on this day, and then like a few days later, it'll feel like weeks. It'll only be a few days, and I would just go to her and be like, Ma, I feel like I'm not doing enough. I don't feel productive. I feel like I'm at a standstill. And she's like, Matea, it's only been a week since you did the last thing you did. Like, you're fine. And I think a big part of that is perspective. It's all about perspective and climbing the mountain of success, I guess, and climbing the mountain of your dreams, especially when your dreams, because, you know, modeling, it's you know, I knew what I was getting into. It's all about your looks. You know, if you have the right look, you'll have the right this and that and that, and it's, you know, on stuff you really can't control. And same thing with about height. Runway models, they like them to be 5'8" and up. I don't know what you want me to do about that. And with short girls, I feel like it's changing. They have plus size girls, great, they have everything, but now you gotta get the short girls in. So I feel like that's what we're gonna do. That's gonna be the next step, is to get short girls on Runway. And my biggest thing, there was one casting that I went to, and the guy was so rude. He didn't even see me in a swimsuit yet, and because I was in jeans. You know, jeans, it's like that's an extra layer. Whatever. He looks at me. Oh, you need to learn. He wasn't even anybody. He was the he was somebody. He wasn't a designer, and he wasn't somebody for the casting, right, to choose. He comes in this room, he looks at me. He's like, oh, you're too big. We don't want big legs. You know, you have to lose like 20 pounds. And I'm looking at him like, really? You're really in front of like some people were in the room as well. Ugh. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna say anything. Mind you, because yes, my legs are shapely. But he was like, you know, for Runway, they want skinny and tall. And there was this one girl who he was sitting next to. He was like, this is perfect. This is what I want. I'm like, oh, I could hit you right now, boy. I'll smack you across your. And everybody else in the room was super nice about it afterwards. They're like, that was so rude of him. I was like, hell, I was almost on the, because I was having a rough day as is. I think I was about to start, you know, that time of the month. And I was already super emotional. I was on the verge of tears, and it was angry. It was like angry tears. Like, I could hit you. So then I didn't say anything. I put my swimsuit on, and he shut up. Because yes, obviously I'm not skinny. My legs aren't skinny. But my body's not the worst. Like, it's not the worst. He shut up after that. But yes, that was, I think, my first weight experience where they're like, lose weight. Oh. But one thing he pointed out, and you know, a thing that is normal within the runway and high fashion industry, is they say that runway, the designers want to make a size, like a one size thing, or a one size for their outfits that models can fit and to walk the runway in. And they say the clothes look better. This is my thing. You're gonna make clothes that are gonna be for the average woman on the shelves so that everybody can buy your stuff. You can pre-plan who you're fitting, maybe have a range. Oh, girls that are 4 to 6, 0 to 2, you know, 10 to 14. Like, you're gonna make those sizes anyways. Why not just do it and have us walk the runway? And it's an opinion that tall and skinny, that the clothes look better on tall and skinny. That is an opinion. It just depends on how it fits. And this is no bashing at tall, thin women at all. I love it. I'm not saying kick y'all out of runway at all. I'm just saying, come on, come on, let some people in. I think it should be based on the quality of your walk. That's what they should be judging on. Looks, okay, if you got a certain, you know, nice look, but height, what do you want us to do about that? Height is what kills me. Like, come on, dog. And that's the beauty of why I loved Swim Week so much, is because they do all sizes. You could be short, tall and skinny, you know, medium size and have a muscular build. You could be thicker. They have all ranges. So that is why I love Swim Week so much. But high fashion is going to be, but it's not impossible. So that's the beautiful thing about it. I guess, what else is there? So yeah, that's been the most recent thing. So I got laid off in March from my marketing job because of COVID. And ever since then, I've been making money off of social media. I've started, you know, doing paying to post, which is crazy. They send you stuff and you get paid to post it. Artists ask me on TikTok to use their songs in the background or in the video. It's easy. It's great. And sometimes I get overwhelmed about it. I'm like, oh, it can be a bit overwhelming, but it is. You know, you got that or 9 to 5, you know? So it's like, it's all your mindset. It's all your perspective. That's really what it is. So I got a little sidetracked, so I'm going home. Yeah, it's basically just consistency and just believe in yourself, man, because you know what? Everybody doubts, and we don't got time for that. It's 2020, anything's possible. Everybody can do literally anything. So just stay positive, stay as positive as you can, and I love you. You're gonna be just fine. A lot of things, you know, like they say, the good things take time. Obviously, you cannot forget to pray. Pray about that. Whatever troubles you're going through, pray about it. Because you know what? You will be surprised. I've been surprised many times, and things will just happen that are like that are coincidence. And I can't tell you how many times I just look up. I'm like, thank you. I see you. I see what you did. Yeah, that's me, and I'll do more videos soon. So have a good day.